should share this, but here we are. Let me see if I can share this real quick. Copy link. Copy. Share Facebook. All right, shared to Facebook. So, I probably should let people know when I'm going to go live. And one of these days I'll get that figured out. But sometimes my life is a little too chaotic to know when I'm going to go live. Today was one of those days. Seriously, dude. Seriously. How's it going, Aaron? You like that post? Real descriptive. You clicked on it too. So, anyways, I still have a ton of stuff packed up from moving. Papa Pepper, what's going on? So I've still got all my stuff packed up, and I'm trying to get some stuff unpacked and find things. And it's extremely frustrating when you know that you have something, but you can't find it. So, anyways, today I was going through all my stuff trying to find a piece of steel to cut a prototype out of. I have not found it yet, but I stumbled across some really fun stuff. So, anyways, I thought I'd share it with you. So, let's, oh, yes. So, I reacquired some knives that I had sold to a customer a long time ago. And so it's kind of interesting to see the progression over time of different things. And I probably should have did a unboxing had I known, because my reaction probably would have been pretty good. But yeah, I started looking back. I started pulling out some of this stuff and finding it that had been packed up for a long time. My pockets are full of stuff here, so bear with me as I find what I'm looking for. And anyways, I was shocked. It's kind of funny how that works. Not finding, now I can't even find in my pockets what I'm looking for. But I'll show you this here. This is all wrapped up kind of funny like. So this knife here had to be done, I'm not sure what year, but this is one of the early Genesis. And I don't think it's probably ever been used, but the logo is atrocious in my opinion. It's not horrible. It's small. It's whatever. And at the time I wasn't in control of that. I paid somebody to do that. But I was in control of this. And I'm looking at this sheath and I'm like, man, it is long and I just don't like it. Now, the retention, it's got a nice click. I've always tried to make sure that it clips in good. But pulling it out, it just feels gross. And originally, I was getting retention from inside this cutout, which I didn't need to be doing. But that's how I did it. So it's getting retention from here too, but inside that cutout, what that causes is wear down the blade, and you probably can't see it, but it ends up wearing a spot on the blade, and I didn't like that. So yeah, this is probably could be from 10 years ago. So that's kind of neat just to see. Now, this is one of my sheaths, which is a little bit different because this is a handle Genesis. This is more of a current style. So you can see how much longer that sheath was. Now this is getting more retention from there. And, you know, overall, I like the new style. I like the new. It's nice to see improvement in your work over time. Now, here we have something new. These are the new sheaths, and there are some compromise. Um, I'm having these made for me, and they're different. And so trying to figure out, like, do I not like it because it's different? And you know, what do I like because it's not that I don't like it, but what is it that I want, and what is it that I'm just not used to, right? So the thing about these sheaths is now we've incorporated some adjustable retention. So years ago, I tried to get a mold made so I could start producing sheaths differently. And this monstrosity is one of them. And I especially do not like this style. It's still getting the retention kind of from there, but it's just big, bulky, and I'm not a fan. So I didn't even know that I had one of these. And yeah, so I would be embarrassed to tell you how much money I spent trying to come up with that mold. And then that's all the further we got. So anyways, new Genesis sheath with adjustable retention. Any sheaths or any Genesis you order from here on out are going to be this new design. It's going to have adjustable retention, and I'm going to work on the bigger eyelets allow for hardware, so you can put like soft loops on here or other type of belt clips. I need to get outside and actually work. Yeah, you probably do. So I can't read your comments real well, but I will read them later. I appreciate you guys. I might try to read them here and there. Then I found this cool guy. Look at this. So I made the Talon, and just last week released these. This is the new Talon. Somewhere I've got an old Talon, but it's basically pretty much identical to this. The new sheath has adjustable retention and real small form factor. I finally weighed these. The sheath and the knife, not the paracord, but the sheath and the knife are 1.3 ounces. So I think the old Talon was 1.4. So maybe with the paracord, it would be 1.4. So pretty light. But this guy, when I made the Talons, I had some smaller pieces of steel that I made micro Talons out of. So this guy's kind of cute. Little tiny Talon. I don't know. I like it. And then the little sheath. So that was kind of fun to stumble across. And this one here, this was one of the first dozen knives that I made, and it was my wife's. It was a forged Japanese steel, high carbon core, stainless outside, and I kind of mutilated it on the spine here. I wanted to make a sharp edge where you could strike a fire steel. You can probably see the 3 different layers of steel in there. But desert ironwood. I'll probably clean this up because the wood looks really nice with it when it's freshly sanded. And then same thing. This sheath is just atrocious. Bigger than it needs to be. Not real good definition. So it's nice to, it's kind of embarrassing to look back at some of your earlier work, but it's also nice to know that you are improving. And, you know, it's just part of the process. So, yeah, that's what I'm up to today. After I get off here, I'm going to spend some more time looking for a silly piece of steel that is somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. So, anyways, let's look that micro Talon. What a cute little thing. It is. Kind of might put a keychain on it and walk around with it. Walk down memory lane, man. Thank you, Papa Bever. Yeah, it's got a good click. So, yeah, I've got so many knives. So many knives. It's I'll probably do a video here sometime where I pull out my knife collection and go through knives from my father, knives from just that I've acquired over the years. Some that I wish I still had. I found one tonight that I forgot I had, and I've got some I probably need to sell. But it's I was never a knife collector before I started making knives. I mean, I had a couple knives, a few knives, but I wasn't like building a collection. But once I started making knives, I started kind of collecting knives. And what I try to do is I try to find makers that I like their work, um, and then pick up some work from them. And it's good to just be able to hold them, feel them, see how they use them, see how different styles, what you like about them, what you don't like about them. It's nice to support other makers, and yeah. So I've only got maybe a half a dozen knives that I bought from other makers that I just really like their work and wanted to support what they were doing. And the hard thing is most of the people's work that I really like, um, you know, the prices of their knives that I want are way up there. So it's funny because if you would have told me that I'd buy a $1,200 knife or $3,000 knife, I'd be like, that's crazy. But I have some more expensive knives, and if money wasn't an object, I'd definitely buy a lot more expensive knives because I like to support other makers, and especially one guy who I'd love to get a hold of one of his knives is his name's Nick Wheeler, and he's got a lot of videos here on YouTube. Good instructional videos. He makes some Bowie style knives, and I've never been much of a Bowie style knife fan, but he makes pieces of art, and unfortunately, like most good makers, um, they're hard to get. And he's I haven't seen him post a lot lately. I actually messaged him just the other day, see how he was doing. But yeah, I would love to have one of his Bowie style knives one day. I don't know why. I mean, just to admire it and to have it. Earthly possessions are kind of a funny thing. Safe queen knives are kind of a funny thing, um, but yeah, I've got I've got one knife in my collection that I'm probably going to sell. It's like I don't even remember, several $1,000 knife, and I'm not particularly fond of it. And it wasn't one that I purchased; it was one that I acquired. But I would have never paid what was paid for it. So, anyways, yeah, thought you guys might enjoy a trip down memory lane for me, and thought I'd jump on here and see what people are up to. I have some other videos that are in the process of being edited that hopefully I'll be posting soon. So, anyways, you guys have any questions? Anything you'd like to know? Drop them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Says 61 people are on here. If you would, go ahead and smash the thumbs up and leave a comment. I appreciate the support, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Seriously, dude. I don't know if I'm not seeing any comments, like new comments, or if nobody's just commenting. Somebody comment so I know if I'm seeing comments. Yep. I think I'm gonna put a key ring on this guy. Put it on my keys. Put it on my keys. I like it. It's cute. I think in total, I bet you there's not more than 20 of these out there, maybe a dozen. The micro Talons. New. Hey, let's see. My name is, I can't read. So long that it is so long. Something like that. Hey, thanks for leaving a comment. I appreciate it. So, anyways, I'll go get back on my search for the missing Magna Cut steel that I'm looking for, so that I can finish this prototype tomorrow for a new batch of limited edition knives that I'm going to start working on this year. Talon sales are going good. I think they're just about sold out this drop. After they're sold out, I hope to have some more ready in the next 30 days or so. So those, if you want one, you better go snag them. I think there's less than a dozen left on the site. So anyways, this has been Patrick with MT Knives. I appreciate you guys dropping in. If you need anything, you can email me, patrick@mtknives.net. You have a great night.